Hi, I'm Dave Karger. Welcome to Musical Matinee here on TCM, and thanks for joining me over this Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Today's film is a heartwarming musical drama from MGM in 1944. Starring Margaret O'Brien and June Allison, it's Music for Millions. O'Brien plays Allison's kid sister who comes to live with her in New York, where Allison performs with an all-female orchestra. The men who used to play with the orchestra are all off fighting in World War II, as is Allison's husband. The group is conducted by real-life conductor and pianist Jose Iturbi, who receives second billing, below the top-billed star, 7-year-old Margaret O'Brien. Although June Allison's name appears fourth on the movie poster, right after the movie's comic relief, Jimmy Durante, you'll see that she comes third in the opening credits, followed by Durante. At this point in her career, June Allison was just breaking through as a leading lady at MGM. She became a bona fide star in 1944 thanks to 3 films released that year: Two Girls and a Sailor, which co-starred Van Johnson; Meet the People with Lucille Ball and Dick Powell, who would marry Allison the following year; and our musical today, Music for Millions. 1944 was also a banner year for Margaret O'Brien. She received a special Juvenile Academy Award as Outstanding Child Actress of 1944 for her performance in Meet Me in St. Louis, and she also appeared in Jane Eyre and The Canterville Ghost, as well as the film that you're about to see. Music for Millions was produced at MGM by Joe Pasternak and directed by Henry Koster, a team that had recently come to the studio from Universal, where they made a string of hit musicals starring another juvenile Oscar winner, Deanna Durbin. From MGM in 1944, here is Music for Millions. June Allison and Margaret O'Brien met and became close friends on the set of Music for Millions, despite the 20-year age difference between them. They went on to play sisters one more time 5 years later, along with Elizabeth Taylor and Janet Leigh, in the 1949 version of Little Women. Allison and O'Brien also discovered they had a particular talent in common. Both could convincingly cry on command. They were so good at it that they became known on the MGM lot as the Town Criers. In fact, O'Brien has said that if she ever had trouble getting the tears to roll, all she had to do was think about how badly she wanted to compete with June Allison, and that was enough to get her crying. Originally, June Allison's role in Music for Millions was supposed to go to another rising star at MGM, Donna Reed. A scheduling conflict led to a change of casting, and it wasn't long before June Allison outpaced Donna Reed as the studio's favorite new girl next door. Reed's career, of course, didn't exactly suffer. A decade later, she was an Oscar winner for From Here to Eternity, and then TV's favorite wife and mother, thanks to the long-running sitcom, The Donna Reed Show. Up next, we're switching gears with a Western from 1954 starring Sterling Hayden.
Next on TCM, Arrow in the Dust, then Libel, and later, The Steel Trap. You're stuck with TCM Today.